of Cov.
Together, we can make a difference. BBC CWR.
Usually I look forward to this.
BBC CWR. Snake Escape.
This week, though, Snake Escape has made my head hurt. I've never known a week like it. Honestly, we've had some slow weeks, but blooming heck, this week! 3 players joining the 0 Point Army on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Luckily, Angela yesterday managed to score 5 points. She only got 1 question right, but she banked at the right time with her 5 points. She is currently in the lead. Can she be toppled? Will anybody get more than 1 question right this week? Well, let's find out with our player today, who is Joy, who joins me now. Joy, bring me some joy. I feel like the fact that you're called Joy gives me a fine standing for today. Well, honestly, it can't be any blooming worse, Joy. How's your Friday?
No idea. Very wet and miserable at the moment. Yeah, not great for working with dogs, but hey-ho.
Working with dogs, what is it you do with the dogs?
So I'm a dog trainer. I help people with their puppy training. I help people who have problems with their dogs. It's been a particular problem with lockdown because everybody's been out and bought puppies, and some dogs are getting very anxious when they've got strangers coming into the house. Others are getting a bit anxious when people are leaving them. They go back to their normal routine. So, yeah, lots of problems, lots of work at the moment, very busy.
Well, I was reading an article yesterday saying that people were regretting buying lockdown pets already. It was just one of those knee-jerk things. Did people honestly think that lockdown was going to last forever and their situation would stay the same? I just find it bewildering that people, step into the world of having a dog so easily.
I know, it's terrible. I actually work with a rescue as well, and so I see all the ridiculous reasons that people give dogs up for. And they think it's a good idea at the time. Let's get a puppy. It'll give the kids something to do while we're in lockdown. But then quickly they realise how puppies is very hard work. Takes a lot of work to get them trained. And they quickly get into biting and chasing after the kids and things like that, chewing the furniture. And then people give up on them. So, yeah, not a great situation.
It's so sad, and there are things you can do. All hope is not lost if you've got a chewy pup. We used to have one when back in the day when I had a dog. When she was a pup, she chewed everything: my shoes, my hats, a Pelham puppet, all sorts of things. But they do grow out of it, and you can train them out of them too. As I'm sure you're aware, being a dog trainer, is there any dog that can't be trained?
Usually the only ones. If they've got a medical reason and it's, it might have affected their brain and they've got serious issues that obviously can't be helped with training. But on the whole, it's time and patience, and it's predominantly people training, not dog training. Dogs already know what they're doing and they just take advantage of situations they're put in. So it is mainly training the people and not the dogs. The dogs train the people, and that's where the problems start.
Yes. Quite. But dogs are ace, though. When you get them in the right place, they are absolutely brilliant. And does it take a lot of work, or is it a relatively easy thing to do?
It's like everything. What I do with my clients is I give them a real understanding of how the dogs learn, how they communicate. And when you understand that and you have that better understanding, it is actually quite straightforward to train them. Behaviour that you reward will increase. So if you choose the desirable behaviours and reward those, you're going to get a happy dog. Unfortunately, people are often inadvertently rewarding the wrong behaviours, such as jumping up and biting, and the dog gets benefit from it, so it continues to offer those behaviours. But it's the same with your children, isn't it? If you put the effort in early on, they grow up into lovely adults, and it's the same with puppies. If you put the effort in, you get out what you put in, and, usually end up with a lovely dog.
Yes, you do. My sister's got a very lovely dog who has been very beautifully trained, but he is just completely bonkers. I don't think there's any hope for Basil. No, then...
dogs like their owners.
Well, who am I to suggest anything? Now, where did the love of dogs come from then? Is this something you've had since you were little?
I've always had a love of animals since I was little. I've always had a passion. My first love was horses. So I grew up, I was very lucky to work with a lady who bred Arabian horses, so spent a lot of time with her. She taught me to ride. Then I kind of moved on, and I'd always wanted a dog. I've had every other pet going at home, but I was never allowed to have a dog. And I was quite reckless. As soon as I got my first house, I went out and got a dog out of the paper. You know, in the days when they used to advertise them free to good home and to sale in the papers, and had no idea what I was doing. And my first dog was a German Shepherd, which is what I always wanted. Beautiful dog called Cassie. But she was quite aggressive through fear. She was quite nervous with people approaching. And that's what got me into my passion for working with dogs. I wanted to understand why she was behaving the way that she was. And that led me on the road to studying, you know, learning more about the behaviour. And quite happily now I help other dogs and other people with their problems.
It's a very happy job, I would imagine, just not on a day like today.
It's the best job in the world. I love my job. I fall in love with all the dogs I work with. I get a constant stream of puppies and even older dogs, some lovely dogs. It's amazing.
Oh, bless your heart. Well, listen, I'm glad you love your job so much. Hopefully you'll love doing our quiz. Now, as you were saying, oh man, it's been a terrible week, honestly. It has been an absolute shocker.
So I'm here.
Joy, can you please remove me from my misery and do well on the quiz when you're playing them out?
I'll try my very best.
Oh, super duper. Well, we'll be playing the quiz with Dog Lover Joy in just a sec. So brace yourself, strap yourself in, and see if we can get more than one question right. My father-in-law's favourite. On BBC CWI, it is 25 minutes past 12. The snake escape this week has made me feel tired pretty much every day. 3 members of the 0 Point Army, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Yesterday, Angela scored 5 points. She is currently top of the leaderboard. Today, Joy hopefully will do better because, of course, Angela boosted in the right place. She is top by virtue of answering one question correctly. Just want more than one would make me so happy. Dog trainer Joy, are you ready to bring happiness into my life by doing well on the snake escape? Fingers crossed.
I am ready. Let's
Brace
go.
yourself. Let's do it.
BBC CWR. Snake escape.
Okie dokie, Joy. It's a very simple premise. There is a snaky pit in front of you. All you have to do is climb away from it. Snakes and ladders, you see. So up the ladder you go by answering questions correctly. If you get an answer right, you go up the ladder by 1 place. Get an answer wrong, though, it is straight back down to 0. No matter how many points you have, get a question wrong, it's 0 points time. So tread carefully as you go. You get to boost. You can use that once. I'll tell you what the category of the question is, and you can decide whether to play it for 1 point or whether to use that boost. A reminder, you can use it only once. And at any point, you can stop the game and put your points in the bank. Right, let's see how we get on then. Oh, when you banked, by the way, you can continue to play the questions just for fun, but you can't earn any more points. Right. Your first category today is comics and cartoons. Now, do you want to use your boost straight away, or do you want to save it for later?
I'll save it.
Okay, next, comics and cartoons then. Tweety Pie, the bird, was constantly chased by which cat? Who chased Tweety Pie? Well, was it A, Tom, B, Sylvester, C, Felix? Sylvester was straight up about 1 point. Brilliant! We've got a question right. Okay, this is a good start. I'm happy. Why don't you say that? If you could have lost it straight away with your next category, which is sport. Sport. Do you want to boost that one or play that for 1 point?
No, definitely not.
Okay, see if we can get 2 points then with this. Sport. Our mystery hit a little bit later on was a big one for Kevin Keegan. But for which German club did he sign when he left Liverpool? Kevin Keegan, what German club did he sign for when he left Liverpool? Was it A, Bayern Munich, B, Borussia Dortmund, or C, Hamburg? Kevin Keegan.
I'll say Bayern Munich because that was the first thing that popped into my head. But I know nothing about football, so I am guessing.
It was the wrong guess. I'm so sorry. It was Hamburg. Hamburg that Kevin Keegan's signed for.
I've lost 1 point.
You have lost your 1 point, but you've still got your boost and you've got loads of questions left. So we're in a good position. Right, buildings and landmarks is where we go next. Is this your boosting opportunity?
No.
Okay, let's crack on for 1 point then. The Pont des Arts Bridge in Paris is famous for what being left there? The Pont des Arts Bridge in Paris is famous for what being left there? Is it A, cuddly toys, B, padlocks, or C, flowers?
Padlocks.
Is the right answer. Well done. See, we've got 1 point again. Boom. Your next category, food and drink. 1 point you've got. What are you thinking? Boosting here? Or do you want to play for
I'm
1
going
point?
to save my boost.
Okay. Food and drink then. What is the world's largest coffee producer? Is it A, Brazil, B, Colombia, or C, Ethiopia? The
Brazil.
world's largest coffee producer, Brazil, Colombia, or Ethiopia. You've gone for Brazil, and it is the right answer. Not 1 point anymore. 2 points. Come on. Right, you've got 2 points. Your next category is transport. Transport. Now then, do you want to boost here or play for 1 point again? Okay, just for 1 point then. To make it 3 points. Come on, Joy. And remember, you've got 5 seconds thinking time as well, so feel free to use that because sometimes the answers can be rattling at the back.
Okay.
The Spirit of St. Louis was the first aircraft to do what? The Spirit of St. Louis. Was it A, the first non-stop transatlantic flight? B, was it the first non-stop flight across America? Or was it C, the first thing to fly? The Spirit of St. Louis was the first aircraft to do what? The first non-stop transatlantic flight? Was it the first to travel across America? Or was it the first to fly?
Ooh.
Tricky. You've got...
transatlantic flight.
Is the right answer.
Yay! Made me sweat a bit there, didn't you?
I did. Do you know what? I've dropped. Hang on.
In the tension.
I'm so tense. I've dropped my pen. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves when I try and get it back. It's in an awkward spot. Got it. 3 points we've got. Professional operation this. Right, and the next category is TV. You're in second place for the week. You've still got your boost. Next category is TV. So what do we want to do? You can put your 3 points. We're going to boost on telly. Joy, 5 seconds thinking time. Please don't lose these 3 points and don't waste your boost. Here we go with your TV question. Lindsay Wagner played Jamie Summers in which classic sci-fi show? Lindsay Wagner played Jamie Summers. But hang on! You're ruining the game now!
I'm just showing off now, showing my age.
Yes, I'm really old, me. Lindsay Wagner played Jamie Summers, the multiple choice Battlestar Galactica, Sapphire and Steel, Bionic Woman. You said Bionic Woman, and that is the right answer. You have 8 points. You are in the lead for the week by a stretch. But do you not want to know what the next category is? The next category is people. Do you still want to bank?
Let's bank, because then I've won, and then I can answer them for fun.
Okay, let's do that, and everybody can start breathing again. It's game over. But 8 points you've got in the back. Well, let's see how you would have done. The next category then is people. What nationality was the artist Frida Kahlo? Was she Mexican, American, or Puerto Rican? Frida Kahlo. Mexican, American, or Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican.
No, she was Mexican. Oh, you've lost all the points.
I made the right call.
Yes, you did. And the last question today is a music question. Martin Kemp is everywhere at the moment, even advertising pyjamas for M&S. But which 80s band was he a member of? Was it Duran Duran, Spandau Ballet, or ABC? Martin Kemp.
Spandau Ballet.
Would have been right, but it doesn't matter because you've scored 8 points. That makes you winner of the week! Joy! You brought me joy. Do you know what? I'm more chuffed than you are, I think.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it's been lovely to play. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's been lovely to have you. Thank you very much indeed. Joy finishes with 8 points. She is the winner of the week. Bless you, Joy. How